Friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. So today we are going over our favorite puck moving defenseman build for NHL 24. We'll start off with the basics. 6 foot nothing. Buck 80. We like to shoot left-handed ourselves personally. I like to get the height, our size big enough, height and weight big enough to where we can make some body checks. A lot of wingers, they're going to run a little bit below 6 foot. Centers, they might go anywhere 6 foot, 6'2", but those wingers, make sure you have a good chance to get the body in those guys. Again, the bigger you are, the better your stick checking is going to be as well, which obviously very important as a puck moving defenseman. And the bigger you are, or as a puck moving defenseman, the bigger you are can help with just deflecting passes and everything else in general. So we try to keep our size a little bit bigger there, because the smaller you get, the little bit more difficult it gets to play the defensive side of things. Our zone ability right now is magnetic, and the exceptional skill at picking up pucks at speed, corralling, bouncing, or rolling pucks, and reeling in less than ideal passes. Again, very important. You want to be able to intercept those passes, be able to pick up those passes, and just be a magnet to the puck as a defenseman. Superstar abilities right now, what we've got unlocked is stick 'em up, which is outstanding defensive stick speed, advanced accuracy when poke checking against momentum, or at speed reduces the chance of a penalty. Again, very important, because stick checking is a big part of this game, especially as you get to play better and better players. It gets to be a little bit more difficult to body check those and lay the body down. You have to be able to poke check them when ideal. So it is important not to lose speed and be able to make accurate poke checks in that regard. And then we have in reverse. I love me some in reverse, because again, you're a defenseman, you're always skating backwards, you're constantly pivoting from forward to backwards, and if that pivot takes a while, or if you're skating backwards takes a while, it's easy to get blown by and burned. So in reverse really helps you with that. In particular, our boosts, went with an interesting strategy with the boost here. So now our boosts, one of them is positional IQ, which is defensive awareness. Now, did we need the defensive awareness? No. I think defensive awareness is plenty high, but here's the thing: you get it costs more. It's the most expensive attribute in a category. It's 40 points to upgrade and downgrade. So what we did was we boosted the defensive awareness. That way we can take a couple points off of it and spend it elsewhere and have extra points laying around. I thought that was a little bit more strategic with the points here, as you can see there with their build. But we'll go and run over that here in a little bit. Our other boost was hand-eye. Again, kind of the same story there, a little bit more expensive than the rest, and hand-eye just being the most important thing in that category really there, as far as being able to pick up the passes, deflect the passes, grab passes, whatever, so on and so forth. Again, just doing our best as a defenseman, trying to put our build in the best position to corral passes, intercept passes, make poke checks, because it is so important in defense. It is so easy to force passes in this game. So just putting yourself at the best position to not handicap yourself for playing good positional defense is what we try to do here. But as far as the offensive side of things go, we have wrist shot accuracy 80, slap shot accuracy 79. Again, typically, now it depends what you're using your puck moving defenseman for. Now again, it's not a very big difference than like a playmaker build really. It's only a couple points lower on the accuracy, so it's not a huge drop. But I guess if you're playing defenseman, typically you're not going to, and this is why we're not too worried about the slap shot accuracy. Even if you do, a lot of times slap shots, especially when you start to play a little bit better players, they're a lot more easily blocked, because you have time to wind up, they have time to block it and make a play. So it's a little bit less effective. And then in wrist shots, you want to be able to quick wrist it on, but again, you're not really expecting to snipe a goalie from the point. You're just trying to get some redirects and bounces. So the accuracy, to me, it's not too important. The speed's obviously important. You got to be able to keep up with everybody else. So always we got to get the +5 in the speed. So we did drop. That's why I was just explaining why we dropped the accuracy a little bit there. The bounce, we tried not to mess with the bounce too much. We want to make sure we can lay those hits and stand on our feet. Agility, same story, went to a -3. Wasn't horrible, but it was a little bit there. Don't want her returning too much, turning around too quickly. Hopefully that's balanced out by the in reverse. And at one point in time, when that superstar ability of elite edges is unlocked, you got to throw that on there. Going to the power, wrist shot power 80. Again, we don't expect it to be accurate, but you do kind of want a little bit of power, because the harder you put it on net, the better chance it redirects, the better chance it gets there. You know, the slower you shoot it, better chance the player's just going to grab it. So you do want to make sure you get a little bit of power there. Slap shot power 80. The acceleration, again, speed important, +5. Puck control, -4. Now, puck control helps with receiving the puck, getting into a settled state faster for our accuracy and shots and passes. And again, I don't think it's not you're not as offensive playing at the point, so I think you can afford to sacrifice this a little bit. I don't think you're going to use it as much as opposed to some of the other stuff. And again, endurance, same story. I mean, we dropped that by a 5 because as a defenseman, you're skating essentially 2/3 of the ice, not the full ice. So your endurance, your energy, it doesn't go down near as quickly. Moving to the play style, we kept passing in 87. Offensive awareness, we dropped 2 to an 85. I think 85 is more than exceptional. We didn't mess with the passing because, again, passing, it is important. You want to make sure you're getting those passes up there as quickly as possible. The body checking, we got it at an 80, did not touch it. I want to make sure we can still the body. The shot blocking, we did move that up to an 86. Again, making sure you can get in front of the puck and make the blocks. Sometimes it's easy in front of the puck, but the block just, it feels like it goes through. You got to make the animation. So the better that is, the better. And then again, we dropped the defensive awareness a couple points. You know what? I might actually drop it one more time. Now that it'll take a second, look at this. And we're going to put 2 on the passing. Because again, it is. Passing is super important to get the pass up with some speed. The quicker you can get it up, the quicker your forwards can make some plays. So getting that passing up and obviously with some accuracy is important there. And again, the defensive awareness at an 80. Nah, we're going to leave it there. I don't want to hurt the defensive awareness too much. I lied. We had it there for a reason. We're going to keep it like that because, again, we're worried about making sure we're picking these passes off. We're making sure we're not letting too many big plays happen in front of us. Moving to the tenacity, hand-eye 85. Again, use the same strategies. It was the most expensive, so once we had it up there, we could drop it and use points elsewhere. Strength, move to an 81. Durability, as a defenseman, you're making the hits, you're not really getting hit as much, so we thought we'll leave the durability, crush that a little bit, not a big deal. And again, the shot blocking, important to get in front of them shots. The deking with +1 just because we dropped the faceoffs 5, dropped the fighting skill 5 because we're not going to use either of those as a defenseman. We did bump the discipline up a little bit because it does help with your stick checking, your passing, make sure you're not causing penalties. So we +3 that, +1 the deking. But that does wrap things up for our puck moving defenseman build. If you guys found this video helpful, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate you liking the video, subscribing. You never have to. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.